The thing in containment. Every species aboard the Galactic Research Vessel VHAROS-7 knew one truth. If a creature is classified as Omega Class, do not approach it. The creature in Containment Chamber 12 had earned that classification within minutes of arriving. It had been captured on an unnamed forest moon, dragged into a reinforced energy cage after effortlessly tearing through 3 layers of drone armor. The crew described it only as the Beast. It stood as tall as 2 Korgan warriors, its fur a charcoal black mat of thick strands. 4 gleaming eyes glowed with amber fire, and from its arms hung claws capable of slicing through plasteel. Some said its roar shattered an officer's comms implant. Others whispered that it chewed through a tranquilizer drone like it was a snack. The ship trembled whenever it growled. So naturally, when the incoming Terran specialist arrived, every alien expected him to panic. But Drive, Noah Reed, human xenobiologist, coffee addict, and professional chaos magnet, simply walked in, took one look at the towering monster, and grinned. "Ah," Noah whispered, stepping closer. "Look at you, you big fluffy boy." The monster blinked, confusion replacing rage. Its massive head tilted slightly. A soft, almost dog-like chuff came from its throat. The entire observation deck gasped. "Human, step back," Commander Rylox barked. "That creature has dissolved every scanning probe sent near it. It is a threat of the highest." Noah ignored him. Instead, he crouched, extended his hand, and spoke calmly. "It's okay, buddy. You're scared, aren't you? No one here wants to hurt you." The beast sniffed. The crew braced for carnage. Instead, it lowered itself, trembling, placing its giant head into Noah's open palms like a frightened animal seeking comfort. Noah chuckled, scratching behind one of its ears. "There we go, see? You're not a monster. You're just misunderstood. And fluffy." The alien stared in silent horror as the Omega-class creature let out a soft purr. "Human," Commander Rylox whispered, "what have you done?" Noah smiled proudly. "I adopted him." But later that night, when alarms blared across the ship, Noah would discover that Fluffy wasn't just misunderstood, he was being hunted. The hunters arrive. Panic spread across the vessel like a wildfire. The emergency lights flickered, warning sirens howled, and automated shutters slammed down over every hallway. Noah sprinted toward the containment wing, dodging frightened crew members who shouted warnings. "It's happening again. They're back." One of them is already inside the hull. Noah shoved his way forward. "What's happening? Is Fluffy okay?" Commander Rylox caught up, mandibles clacking in agitation. "Human, listen carefully. That creature you adopted, it is not alone. Its species is pursued by a far more dangerous predator, the Void Reavers." Noah frowned. "Never heard of them." "You wouldn't," Rylox growled. "The Reavers hunt in silence. They track rare energy signatures. They follow their prey across galaxies. If one has reached our hull, more will follow." Noah cursed under his breath. "So they're here for Fluffy." "Exactly," Rylox hissed. "That creature is their natural quarry, a species engineered long ago for war, now almost extinct. The Reavers have come to finish what they started." When they reached Chamber 12, the reinforced doors were already dented inward. Guards stood in a shaky formation, weapons raised. Noah forced his way through. Fluffy crouched in the corner, trembling violently. For the first time since Noah met him, the monster's 4 glowing eyes reflected pure fear. Noah stepped forward gently. "Hey, big guy, I'm here." Fluffy whined, a deep, rumbling sound that made the walls vibrate. But then the lights cut. The chamber fell dark. A cold metallic scraping echoed from above. Everyone froze. Rylox whispered, "It's inside." A shape unfurled from the ceiling, spindly limbs, serrated talons, and a face like a skull carved from obsidian. A Void Reaver. Noah stepped protectively in front of Fluffy. "You want him, you go through me." The Reaver screeched. The guards fired. Chaos exploded. But just when all seemed lost, Fluffy rose, revealing a power no one on the ship had ever witnessed. The hidden power of Fluffy. The battle erupted with a blast so loud it rattled the ship's spine. Plasma bolts sizzled across the chamber, guards scrambled for cover, and the Void Reaver's talons slashed through a security drone like it was soft fruit. Rylox shouted orders. Screams echoed. Metal sparked. And then, a roar. Not a frightened cry, but a war cry that shook the entire deck. Fluffy stood up, towering, furious, transforming. Amber eyes blazed white-hot. His fur crackled with energy, glowing with a bioluminescent pattern that pulsed across his body like living lightning. Claws elongated. Spines rose from his back. His muscles expanded as if ancient instincts had awakened. Noah stared in awe. Oh, you're not just Fluffy. You're a walking armory. The Reaver lunged, impossibly fast. But Fluffy moved faster. He caught the creature mid-strike, slamming it into the reinforced floor so hard the metal dented inward. The Reaver screeched and thrashed, but Fluffy pinned it with ease, his claws digging in with primal precision. The alien crew watched in horrified silence as Fluffy unleashed a low-frequency growl, a war signal carried through the bones. The Reaver froze. No way, Noah whispered. He's communicating. Rylox gulped. Impossible. Reavers don't. Fluffy roared again, the kind of roar that carried meaning. The meaning was unmistakable. Leave. He is mine to protect. The Reaver's talons clicked in what looked disturbingly like fear. It wriggled free and retreated into the shadows, escaping through a ventilation shaft that sparked violently behind it. The alarms quieted as the creature fled deeper into the ship. Silence settled. Fluffy turned to Noah, panting, trembling, and slowly shrinking back to his calmer form. His glowing patches faded. The spines retracted. He nudged Noah's chest gently, like a guilty child apologizing for breaking something. Noah scratched his cheek. Buddy, that was incredible. Rylox stared at Noah, speechless. The creature protected you. It disobeyed its own survival instincts. Noah shrugged. That's what family does. But the ship-wide announcement shattered the moment. Warning. Multiple Void Reaver signatures detected approaching the hull. Estimated arrival. 10 minutes. Rylox turned pale. This time, human, there are dozens. And Noah realized he had only one chance left. He had to convince Fluffy to do the impossible, the choice that changed the galaxy. The command deck erupted with frantic activity. Officers scrambled to reroute power to shields, defense drones launched from their bays, and evacuation warnings echoed across the halls. But everyone knew the truth. The VHAROS-7 wasn't built to survive a swarm of Void Reavers. Noah ran beside Fluffy, who followed close, his massive footsteps shaking the floor. Rylox joined them, shouting over the alarms. Human, we must send the creature away in an escape pod. The Reavers will follow it and spare the ship. Noah stopped cold. Absolutely not. It is the only logical. No, I'm not abandoning him. Noah placed a firm hand on Fluffy's fur. He deserves more than being hunted for the rest of his life. Fluffy stared at him, 4 eyes reflecting fear, loyalty, and something deeper. As they reached the central atrium, a holographic display flickered to life, mapping the swarm of approaching Reavers. There were dozens, maybe more. Claws, fanged skulls, wings like razor fans. The crew fell silent. Everyone waited for the inevitable. Noah knelt and gently touched Fluffy's head. Listen, big guy, these Reavers aren't here for the ship. They're here for you, but you don't have to run anymore. You can fight, not alone, with me. Fluffy whined uncertainly. I know you're scared, but I've seen what you can do. You're not a monster. You're not prey. You're a protector. And right now, everyone on this ship needs you. Fluffy closed his eyes, and when he opened them again, they glowed, not amber, not white, but a brilliant, ethereal blue, humming with a deeper power buried far beneath his DNA, a force dormant for generations. Rylox gasped. That is an ancient war form. Fluffy stepped forward, fur crackling, the air vibrating around him. He pressed his forehead gently to Noah's shoulder. A vow, a promise. Then he turned toward the docking bay doors, facing the incoming swarm. His body grew, energy radiating like a star awakening. Noah whispered, show them what a real monster looks like. The bay doors trembled. The darkness outside boiled with Reavers. Fluffy roared, louder than ever before, and the ship shook with the force. And as the doors began to open, Noah realized something terrifying and incredible. Fluffy wasn't just defending the ship, he was about to lead a war.